Hi and welcome to the latest edition of LDTV, which I don't need to tell you is set in exceptionally unusual circumstances. Normally our show would take the format of recent match highlights and player interviews, but without football taking place at the moment due to the COVID-19 situation, this episode is somewhat different. Though the good news is that we do have an exclusive interview from new manager Johnny Clapham, as well as some old match footage. So I think it would be fair to say it's been all change at Lisburn Distillery since the last edition of LDTV. Following a fourth consecutive defeat at the hands of Andy United on Saturday the 7th of March, Stephen Hatfield announced his resignation as first team manager, with assistant manager Nick O'Neill agreeing to take up the reins as an interim measure. On behalf of the club, I think it's only right at this time that we thank Stephen for all his hard work and efforts during his time at the club, and we clearly wish him every success for the future. Fast forward 10 days and the club appointed former player Johnny Clapham as the new first team manager. Johnny was with the Whites as a player for 4 years, during which we won the First Division Championship and the Ulster Cup. Since retiring as a player, Johnny has spent his time developing his coaching career, having coached at all levels of the game, from youth football right the way through to his most recent position, where he was assistant manager under Warren Feeney at RJFC. Johnny is the current holder of a UEFA licensed coaching badge. Clearly, given the current climate, Johnny will not be able to meet players or backroom staff for a few weeks until the resumption of training and matches, etc. But we look forward to welcoming him fully on board once normality returns. In the meantime, however, we are delighted that Johnny has taken the time to make a short video for LDTV about his hopes on how the club can move forward. So without further ado, let's hear what he has to say.
Johnny Clapham here, manager Lisburn Distillery Football Club. First I must say what a privilege it is for me to be given this opportunity to manage this fantastic club. It was over 20 years ago since I was last there as a player, and I was very fortunate enough to be part of a successful period in the club's history. Some of you might remember me back then at the blonde hair. Fortunately that's gone, but the memories haven't. I think this is a new chapter in the club's history where I want to create new memories. There's still people at that club who were there 20 years ago and have been there a lot longer. I know what this club means to you all, from the people that work within the club to all the supporters who travel all around the country, and I want to make these new exciting times. Unfortunately, it's been very difficult for me to even meet and greet you all, but I look forward to that time. The players I've been keeping in touch with, I've been ringing, I've been selling my vision, a lot of things are very, very positive. So until I get to meet you, I want you all to stay safe, and I look forward to meeting you then. Okay, take care, bye.
Next up, it's time for some match action. But before we go to the highlights, can I issue a short plea to all of our loyal supporters to maybe consider making a small donation to assist the club at this difficult time. I don't need to tell you how massive an impact the current situation with not being able to play matches is having on the club's finances. And though we can hopefully get some relief from central sources, if you were able to help me out even in a small way, it would be greatly appreciated. We do of course fully appreciate for many people personal finances have been hit as a result of the COVID-19 situation, so there's clearly no obligation on anyone. But if you feel you can help out in any way, we'd really appreciate it. If you would like to help out, the best way you can do so is to head to the homepage of the club website at www.lisburndistillery.net and click on the donate button, which appears on the top right hand side of our homepage. And any donation, large or small, would be appreciated. Okay, it's time now to raid the archives for some Lisburn Distillery match action from a game which took place in January 2017 and which saw the Whites travel to Port Stewart in the Intermediate Cup. Plenty of goals in this one, and no doubt some memories as well. Here's the highlights.
Get up!
So that concludes this episode of LDTV. It is my hope that in some small way it has helped to calm any nervousness that might exist around the current situation that we find ourselves in. Don't forget, perfect love drives out all fear. Thank you so much for watching today's show, and we look forward to seeing you all back at New Grosvenor once again when the current situation passes. But until then, do me one favour and stay safe. Come on, you Whites.